let's talk about the upcoming album, Giants and Monsters. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
with just a few days to go until its release, how excited are you to everyone to hear it?
How it feels. It still feels great. It's just fresh and new and great, and listening to it makes me happy. Makes me a happy man. I'm glad I did it, you know. It's been a long
Yeah,
work. Always we need a lot of time. We take a lot of time to write songs, and then we take a lot of time to put them on tape, so to say. Well, nowadays you put them on hard disk, but then it's just like a very, very long creative process, and with a lot of discussions, with a lot of talking about things, with a lot of changing things and trying it again and try it this way, try it out that way. But in the end of the day, it's all worth it, you know. It took us more than a year to get all this together. When you start writing, recording till the final product, it's almost like 1.5 year working process, you know. But hey, we just take the time to get the best results out of it, and I think it was all worth it.
that's great. And how would you describe this album, either on its own or within the Halloween discography?
It's a very great heavy rock album, you know. It's very open. It has a lot of varieties in the songs because we're like a lot of songwriters writing different stuff, and it's all great stuff, and it's inspired by many many influences, and that makes it very very interesting. I mean, we've always been like this, but this time we have like very very different stuff on the record, and I kind of like that. You know, we got some cool rock, heavy rock songs, and then you have Andy's kind of pop rock, heavy kind of attitude in there, which I do really much like, and you have some long songs with loads of parts and some epic stuff on it, you know, some progression stuff on it. It's just like a really really great journey, you know.
Great. And as much as you're excited for the fans to hear the album in its entirety, is there a particular song that you're most proud of that you'd like fans to listen to more closely or something like that? Any song you would like to highlight?
It's like the Universe song I really, really much like, where I didn't, because the thing is, when I start recording the bass, I never know who's going to sing the songs, you know. They decide when the playback is done, then they check out whose singer is going to sing on that song or on that song. So I would not know who's going to sing on that song. But when I heard that song from the very first moment he started singing with all that kind of intro guitar stuff and all that, I had goosebumps immediately, and that got me almost crying. And I like it a lot. And I like the idea of all the stars on all the stars above at night, you know, at a clear night, at a starry night. They'll all be like hearts living right next to each other, satisfying each other, and all that kind of stuff. It's like very soulful. I like that idea a lot.
Great. And you mentioned something interesting about the vocal recording process because I was watching an interview where Andy Darius says he sings all the songs alone, then Michael Kiske sings all the songs alone, and then the producer decides who gets to keep each part. Is that true? Tell me a little more about the
I,
vocal
I,
recording
I really don't
process.
know. I really don't know how they do it. I mean, there must
Oh,
be
it's a mystery.
at some point they must sit together, and when they find out, oh, this song is working better with that voice, this song is working better with that voice, or even put them two voices together, or like let them have a duet and put Kai, even put Kai in here and there. But then if they decide, they have to sing the harmonies together, and that's a kind of really really interesting process. I'm not really involved in it because, you know, I do my bass, I do my songs, do my material, and we're not always in the studio when people are singing, or I'm not sitting there when they do their solo stuff. You know, I go out with my friends having a nice cold beer while they are doing such things. You know, I do my bass and I do my parts, but I don't have to be like in the studio for another couple of months just to listen what they're going to do with the solo guitars or the vocals. Are they doing a great job, and I trust everybody to do a great job. I don't have to sit there watching them and taking care of it. They do a very good job. I don't have to be there, and so that way I really don't know what's coming out of it, you know. And I think it's cool. It's a trust.
Absolutely, man. And some fans pointed out that the self-titled album, the last album, was a bit too long with too many long power metal songs. Did you guys consider this at all when writing material for this new album?
No, it's like a creative process. You cannot really say, "Are we going to write an album like this or like this?" We have all the song ideas, and then we put them on a table, trying to find out what the picture will be, what the overall picture will be. What is it? What we would like to have? What songs are the best? What songs are working? What songs are not working so well? Because with like 5 or 6 songwriters in the band, you have a lot of material. You know, there's so much more material than you hear on the record not right now, and we have just to decide how this record are gonna be put together by all that different stuff, and we kind of like all those songs. It's just a great idea to give it a big variety from the songs and from different kind of ideas. I kind of really do like this.
Sure.
Makes the whole
And
thing interesting.
yeah, absolutely. And also regarding the last album, Michael Kiske said he preferred not to contribute with the songwriting. Has that changed with this new album? Is Michael also writing songs?
No, not yet, not yet. We told him, well, if you like to have some ideas, just put them on the table. But he didn't have some, and well, he said he's rather which is a great move. He's rather concentrating, performing the songs that are already there the very best way he can do, and concentrating on that. It's just like a big move, you know, saying something like this, and I think it's cool. You know, it's he does a hell of a job with doing that. You know.
Absolutely. And I need to ask you about shows in Brazil since you announced last year that you would return to South America in the first half of 2026. Is that still on? Do you already know the month, which cities you'll visit in Brazil this
No,
time?
not yet, not yet. The month will be there that you just mentioned, but I can't tell you the cities. That is going to be done by the management in the offices and figuring out where they put me to drink some good beers with you guys.
But it's going to happen, right, in the first half of
Yes,
next year.
I know me.
But it's still on. Is it going to happen? You guys are going to be here next year. Is it still on?
This is still on, like March, April, something like this. It will be planned coming over to you guys. We do North America, we do South America. After that, we do some shows in Japan and some shows over there in Asia, like Indonesia, and all that. Kuala Lumpur is on the map, on the list this time, and Taipei and Taiwan and all that. You know, it's all coming. I'm waiting for it. We're rehearsing now for a good show. We have some good 2 hours, 15 minutes, something, and it's going to be great. It's working well.
Oh, that's amazing, man. And you were here last for a show at the Monsters of Rock Festival in São Paulo, playing with Kiss, Scorpions, Deep Purple,
Yeah,
other bands.
really nice.
What memories do you have of that festival?
It's great. It's great. I mean, and hanging out with all those people on the same stage. I have memories like suddenly I was just like on the stage, and Roger Glover was standing inside of the stage watching me playing the bass, you know, and I was just like,
Wow.
oh, wow. I was just like touched and thinking, oh, oh dear God, don't throw a wrong note at my bass guitar right now. He's watching. The master himself is watching, and I was just like, "Ooh," a little scared, trying to be normal. And then that was really cool. And then I thought after us, there was just like Deep Purple playing. I get myself a little fresh and went over to see the Purple show from the side of the stage. And when Don Airy, the keyboarder, was playing his solo bit, Roger Glover came over. Hey, nice and I said, "Hey, well, watching you guys is like the essence of rock music, you know." And then we had some similarities. He had like a case with ice, like one of those camping plastic cases with ice and beer in. And I have that on my side too. And he said, "You want to have a beer?" And I said, "Hey, well, sure." That's cool after all those years listening to them when I was like tiny little guy without any clue. And then suddenly he brings a cold, ice cold beer saying, "All right." That's cool memories. I jumped into Paul Stanley's saying, "Wow, you know, when I was just like a little dude, I was just like listening to Kiss records, trying to play the bass and all that stuff, you know. And it's so great to play with you." And he was really nice to me, saying, "Oh, great, thank you, appreciating and all that." Really, really cool people, you know. It's very, very good memories, you know, standing on stage with the Scorps and all those peoples, you know, standing on the same stage. It's been great, you know.
That's amazing, man. And Brazil is the fifth country where you perform the most often. It's behind only Germany, the United States, Japan, and Spain. This is very unusual. Most international artists don't come to Brazil that often. Why do you think Brazilian audiences have connected so strongly with your music?
It's just like it's very, very emotional. They know how to show their emotions. Sometimes they sing in our songs, I mean, all together in the venue before we are even on stage. They sing songs from Halloween, and they know all the lyrics already. They sing them before we even go on stage, you know. And we hear that backstage, getting goosebumps, and then they start partying with us. It's great. It's so much energy. Some are really crying because they're happy to see us, you know. And it's so emotional. It's so much energy coming from the audience. So that means if you get that much energy, you give a lot of energy back, of course, you know. And that's fantastic. They just know how to rock. They just know how to enjoy, and they just know how to feel emotionally well in a moment like this, you know. That keeps us uh, that keeps us coming.
That's amazing,
That keeps
man.
us coming to your place. I mean, of course.
Yeah. Now I need to ask you about an Instagram post on Halloween's official account that left some fans confused, even though it's a positive thing, I guess. You guys posted that recently Roland Grapple has been mentioned in some interviews in an incorrect context. Then you clarified Halloween has no accusations against Roland and the
Mm,
separation was amicable. What was actually said in these recent interviews?
I
Because the
don't know.
Instagram doesn't
There
say.
was some misunderstanding here, some misunderstanding there, and then the whole thing got pumped up. And but I was talking to Roland, and he had conversations with the management, and I hope this is all clear now. We don't want to do any harm to him. We don't want to do any bad things to anybody at all. And I hope that we got this clear. We were talking to him, and I think it's going to be all right. There was a little misunderstanding here and there, and we kind of cleared that out by just talking to each other, you know, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, and it's good to know that you guys are talking because I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
about it.
I mean, we didn't meet because we were rehearsing in Karlsruhe, but I talked to him, and the management talked to him, and then we were connected via the internet, and I think it's going to be all right now. We kind of
Absolutely,
cleared that out, and I wish him all the
absolutely
luck and I wish him all the luck, of course, with whatever he's doing. You know, he's still a great guitar player, songwriter.
great. And is there any chance that Halloween will ever have Holt Roland as a special guest or something, either at a show or an album?
It's There's nothing planned like this, you know. But I don't know what future brings. You know, whatever comes. You know, I don't know yet. There's no plans now, but the future is bright ahead, and anything can happen. You know, I don't really know, but so far there's no final plans to do so.
Okay. And Halloween celebrates its 40th anniversary this year. It's quite a journey. When you look back, How do you feel about these 40 years?
It's great. I mean, I never thought of like that it's going to be ruling my life all the way through till I'm lying in my coffin or something. But it seems to be, it became my whole life, you know. It became my whole thinking. It became my whole soul. And that's great. And it still feels great. It's just like, it feels like we're kind of course, we're kind of privileged being still there, uh, being able to do what we like to do, being able to do what we love to do, and all that. You know, that gives you a real good feeling. Also, being very thankful for the people that they still supporting us. You know, without you guys, we would be a fart in the air. You know.
Yeah. And a hard question now. What do you think has been the most difficult moment for Halloween in these 40 years, and why?
Oh, I think it's when Ingo passed away was like the hardest, the heaviest, the most strange time we went through. That was kind of really heavy because we were kind of young and we never had that before. We didn't know how to react. You're not sure if you're going to do things right or not. But we went to psychologists and brought him to doctors and to rehabs and all that because he needed professional help. And then hearing about his passing away was just like, I think that was the toughest time so far, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And it's been almost 10 years since Michael Kiske and Kai Hansen returned to Halloween. How important was it for you personally to have them back?
Well, I think the circle closes, you know. It's where we all started. And then you have the Halloween progression without those two guys. But there was still like a different progression going on with Sasha and and Andy writing killer tracks, doing, I mentioned them because they're in the band now for 25 years also. But then we had the idea of getting the old new guys back in. But we had the idea of why changing a very good killer team. They wrote great songs. They kept going with us. They spent a lot of their lifetime with us. Why firing two great people just to get two more great people in? We thought that is going to be crazy. Why not keeping all of them very good people and creating a real big Halloween circus? You know, that was the idea, and it's going very good because not a lot of bands are doing it like this, and it gives you so much more possibilities to write songs, to sing songs, to perform the whole thing. You know, it's so interesting. I like this a lot.